Very good morning, dear students. Okay, so now we're moving for our chapter 6, I think about our cash flow statement. Okay, so we discussed different tools like our comparison statement, comparative statement, ratio analysis. Okay, then the final one is cash flow statement. The meaning itself, you have idea that how in a business, what are the ways the cash are flowing, correct, in a business, different angle. Okay, here what is the meaning of cash flow statement? The cash flow statement, nothing but statement will be defined as a summary of receipts and disbursement of cash for a particular period of time. Okay, it also explains reasons for the changes in cash position of the firm. So nothing but cash flow, what is our inflow and our outflow in a business. Okay, what way we are getting money. Okay, then what we are going to spend. That's what your discussion cash flow statement. The cash flows are cash inflows and outflows. The transactions which increase the cash position of the entity are called as inflows of cash, and those which decreases the cash position as outflows of cash. So whenever you have money, naturally our cash balance increased. So any payment of our cash, naturally our cash is decreased. That's what they mentioned here. Okay, that's what our definition of our cash flow statement. Now we are moving for what is the objectives of our cash flow statement. What is the objective? So first of all, highlighting the cash flow from different activities. Okay, what are the activities our cash flows is spreading, scattered together in a business. It's a short-term planning for the our requirement of cash. Okay, cash flow information helps to understand liquidity. So what is the liquidity? You know already, easily converted into cash. Okay, then naturally efficient cash management. You can have a efficient cash management, easily handling the cash. Okay, and prediction of sickness. Okay, you can predict our sickness. So where you are weak, where is the shortage of our stock, like that. Okay, you can easily predict. Then we can search for the availability of cash, the need of the cash. Okay, then comparison with the budget, cash budget. Okay, for the every 3 months, every quarter, we have to compare with the quarter or every month. Okay, that is also our idea. Then cash position, the seventh one. So very important for what is our day-to-day cash position. That is very important. So accordingly only we can run the business like working capital. Correct? That's for the cash position. These are the objectives of our cash flow statement. Okay. But then importance. What is the importance of a cash flow statement? So it facilitates to prepare sound financial policies. Okay, that is very important. Then it helps to evaluate the current cash position. That's what discussed now. We can evaluate our current position, whether we have to increase our cash position, whether we have to increase our money or not. We have idea whether we are going to get money. What is the we are searching for availability of money. Okay. So projected cash flow statements helps to know the future cash position of a concern. So as to enable a firm to plan and coordinate its financial operations properly. So that is very important point. So we can plan accordingly, you can coordinate, you can search for our financial operations. Okay. Then it helps in taking loans from banks. Okay, that is very important. And other financial institution. The repayment of capacity of the firm can be understood by going through the cash flow statement. That's why we have to know the repaying capacity. So what way we are going to repay our money. Okay, that is very more useful for our cash flow statement. Okay, helps the management taking short-term financial decisions. Okay, that is very important. Okay, management can take a short-term financial decisions. Okay, then a statement explains the causes for poor cash position. We have identified the areas for the poor position of the cash. Okay, according to the cash flow statement, where you are spending much. Okay, why you are unnecessarily spending the areas. We can easily identify. Okay, spite of substantial profits in a firm, by throwing light on various applications of cash made by the firm. That is the importance of cash flow statement. Similarly, what is the limitation of cash flow statement? Limitations also there. See here, we are only preparing cash basis, correct? Prepared on cash basis rather than on accrual basis. What is accrual basis? That is nothing but our, you will not yet get money. Okay, your discussion only for what you received the money. Okay, based upon that only you can prepare a cash statement. That's what one important point. Non-cash transaction are ignored. Okay, that's what accrual basis. Here they clearly mentioned. Then not a substitute for income statement. So this is a separate statement. It's not income statement. It not shows the position of the company. It just shows the your cash position only. Okay, and provides historical information. Okay, only the available information. Only you are preparing the cash flow. Okay, then does not present the actual liquidity position of an entity. Okay, say it will not give the exact position of the enterprise. Okay, that's what they given a mention. Now, the very important. What are the way the cash flows? Okay, the statement of cash flows. So maybe we can say operating activities, investing activities, financing activities. These are the very three important activities. The cash flows are spread. Should be very careful to learn. What is the meaning of operating activities, investing activities, and financing activities? Okay. Now, what is the operating activities? Here, what is the meaning of operating activities? Okay. So operating activities are the principal revenue generating activities of the enterprise. So how we will get money? Through our operation of the business. Okay. When we are operating of the business, we got revenue. Like example, sale of goods. Okay. For that, how your money required. That's why it is called operating activities. So what is the objective of operating activities? The amount of cash flows are arising from operating activities is a key indicator of the extent to which the operations of the enterprise have generated sufficient cash flows to maintain the operating capability of the enterprise. Okay, we have a capability of the business to maintain. For that, we require the cash. Okay, day-to-day activities. Okay, pay dividends. So any shareholder, we have to pay dividends. Then we have capability or repay our loans and make a new investments without recourse to external source of financing. Okay, without you are going for outside finance, we have to have an idea for operating our activities. Okay, that's what very important. The amount of cash from operations indicate the internal solvency level of the company. That's why very important. You are in a position to do our business in a proper way, in a effective utilization of money. That's what they mention here, operating activities. Okay, then see here, what are the inflows from our operating activities? Nothing bad. How we got money? Sales to customers, dealing our products, then interest, any deposits, you get interest, then dividends. Suppose you bought any shares, you get dividends. What are the outflow? So naturally, when you are doing the business, you have to purchase of our stock inventory, correct? Then you have to pay salaries, wages, and other operating expenses. Okay. Then interest on debt. For any loan you have to get, naturally you have to pay interest, correct? Then you have to pay income tax. These are the outflows. Okay. That was cash flows from operating activities. We clearly mentioned this picture. Okay. Thereafter, investing activities. Okay, how our money is invested. Okay, so what is the meaning of investing activities? So investing activities include the acquisition and disposal of long-term assets. So what is acquisition here? Nothing but purchase of our assets like machinery, land, building, computers, then our business cars, then our furnitures, like that. Okay, acquisition. Then disposal of long-term assets. So naturally, suppose you want to sell up our assets, our machinery, then again building, again our car, like that. Okay, so these are then other investments not included in cash equivalents. Okay, here objective separate disclosure of cash flows. Okay, arising from investing activities is important because the cash flow represents the extent to which expenditure have been made for resources. Okay, you have to know our expenditure, the expenditure like a capital expenditure or revenue expenditure, correct? So intended to generate future income and cash flows. That's why we will say it is called capital expenditure. Definitely any expenditure, it is definitely intended to generate future income. That's why we are going to invest money in our assets, correct? That's what here investing activities mostly based upon our acquisition of the assets. Okay. Thereafter, what are the investing activities? Like I said, sale of fixed asset, naturally you got money. Then sale of investment, then interest received, then dividend received, then our rent received. Similarly, I will get cash flow. So our money goes out. Of what way? Like purchase of fixed asset, different type of assets, fixed assets and tangible asset, like that. Then purchase of investment. Okay. For that, investing activities we clearly mentioned here. Examples here. Then going for the financial activities. What is the meaning of financial activities here? So activities that result in change in the size and composition of the owner's capital. Okay. Our finance, how it is involved, like I will got money from the outside, like preference share capital, the case of company, or equity share capital, and borrowing of the enterprise like loan. Okay, that's what finance activities. I will got money, as a owner's capital. I will get capital. Okay, a separate disclosure of cash flows arising from financial activities is important because it is useful in predicting claims on future. Once you got money, definitely you have a time whether you want to repay our money 4 years or 5 years. Okay, cash flows by providers of funds, both capital and borrowing to enterprise. As a capital, suppose equity capital, naturally at the time of winding up, but preference share capital, we have some given period of time, we have to repay, correct? For that, should be very careful. Then going for the borrowing or not. That's why the finance activities you have an idea. Okay, then thereafter, So what are the cash flows from financing activities? Maybe we will get issue of equity. So naturally we get cash inflow, financing activity, we got money through issue of shares, okay, or issue of preference shares. Then our similarly issue of debentures, correct. Then how we will pay money? Naturally we are going to repay our equity. Again the likewise cash outflow. Similarly we are going to repay our debentures or our loans, okay. Then dividend payments also our outflow, correct. So any share you are definitely any shareholder, definitely you have to pay dividends, okay. These are the outflows, okay. That's what the finance activities, the issue of equity and repayment of equity is involved, okay. Then so what are the conclusion of this discussion? Okay, the statement of cash flows is presented. It reports the effects on cash flows of a firm's operating, investing and financing activities. Okay, the information in this statement helps in understanding how operations affect liquidity, the level of capital expenditure needed to support growth. Okay, that is very important. Then the major changes in financing, the what were finance changes in a owner's point of view or like owner's capital or borrowing from outside, correct. So two methods are presented to produce a cash flow statement from a comparative balance sheet. Okay, so later I'm going to discuss how we are going to prepare our cash flow statement. Okay, that is the idea here. Whether there are two type of cash flow statement, one is direct method and indirect method, going to learn. Okay. Okay, so as a cash flow statement, first of all, you should learn how you are identifying the different activities. Correct, we discussed now whether it's the activities coming under operating activities or investing activities or finance activities. So we will see one example here. So identify the following transactions belonging to whether it's coming under operating activities or investing activities or financing activities. Correct, and cash and cash flow equivalents. Okay. So they given some example. Okay, the cash sales, cash purchase, rent paid, cash in hand, income tax paid, office expenses, balance at bank, sales of machines by dealer of machines, issue of debentures, okay, dividend paid, cash paid against state payables, purchase of machines, income tax refund received, issue of share capital, sale of patents, purchase of marketable securities, purchase of goodwill, short-term deposits in banks, purchase of securities, non-marketable, and cash received from debtors. Okay, so these are the information we are going to identify each and one. So first, what is cash sales? Cash sales coming under what activity? Okay, as you know, cash sales and it is in relating to the business. So naturally, cash sales coming under operating activities. See here, we identified some cash sales coming under operating activities. Why? Because cash sales we get inflow, correct? We got money through the operation of our business. Okay, that's why it is coming under operating activities. Similarly, cash purchase. So we paid purchases. Okay, we paid cash. So naturally, cash outflow. It's also coming under operating activities. Then rent paid. Okay, so naturally, it's coming under expenses. The cash is outflow. So through the operating of the business, running the business, naturally you have to pay rent. Correct. So our cash outflow. So coming under operating activities. Thereafter, income tax paid. So here also we paid money. Our cash goes out. Correct. Then office expenses. When running a business, you have to meet some expenses. Here also it is called cash outflow. So naturally coming under operating activities. Then sale of machines by a dealer of machine. So you should be very careful. Here the business is what? Sale of machines. Okay. That means what? A dealer main duty is sale of machines. Okay. Here we can't say they are selling their assets. Here considered as a business. Okay. That's what sale of machines by a dealer of machines. So it is one of the operating activity. So you got money through sale of machines. Okay. That's why it coming under operating activities. Then cash paid against trade payable. So what is trade payables? Definitely earlier we got goods through creditors. Okay, now we are going to repay the money. That's why it is cash paid. So naturally it is operating activities. Running a business. So when running a business, you have a creditor. So now you are going to repay the money. Okay, then income tax refund received. See earlier what you paid earlier our income tax, now they return back. That's why it is a refund. So why you are paying income tax? Through our operating activities, through our business. So through our income we paid tax. So now they, whatever the excess tax, they refunded. Okay, that's it is coming under operating activities. Okay. Thereafter cash received from debtors. Here when a person become debtors, naturally we know. So we done on credit sales. Okay. So earlier we done on credit sales. Now the debtor repaid the money. Okay. That's why we got money now, cash received from debtors. So it's also running a business. That's what it is called operating activities. Okay, we got money, cash received from debtors. Okay, now moving for the investing activities. Here, why you say investing activities? So naturally, purchase of machines. So as we said now, acquisition of our assets. Okay, so it is cash outflow. So we are investing our money to for a future benefit. We invest our money to the assets. Okay, then sale of patents. Okay, so selling our patents to improve our business level. Okay, so that's why we got money. Then purchase of goodwill. Here outflow of money. Okay, so we are selling our goodwill, reputation of our company goodwill. We are given to some other person. Okay, then purchase of securities. Here, so whatever the securities available here, we purchased. So naturally, what happened? The cash outflows. Okay, so coming under investing activities. Then, so these are the example for financing activities. Okay. Here, what is the financing activities? Like we said, na, issue of debentures. So once you issue of debentures, naturally we got money. Okay. So naturally cash inflow. Then dividend paid. Here, cash outflow. You have to pay dividend. Whoever have the equity shareholder, preference shareholder, you have to pay dividend. So dividend may be you set interim dividend or proposed dividend. Then issue of share capital. So naturally, when you get issue of share capital, you got money. Okay, cash inflow. So these are coming under financing activities. Then finally, other classification, as you know, cash and cash equivalents. So cash in hand, nothing but coming under cash and cash equivalents title. Okay. So what is the money in your hand? Okay. Balance at bank, nothing but what? Our money in our bank, cash at bank. Okay. And purchase of marketable securities. Okay. So you purchase some marketable securities. That is within a year. Okay, like a current asset. Then short-term deposit in a bank, like 6 months, less than 1 year. Okay, the whatever deposit in our bank. So these are the coming under. These are information coming under cash and cash equivalents. So this is the way. So our first idea, how you are identifying are coming under, see, our operating activities or investing activities and finance activities and cash equivalence activities. See, these are the way we are going to practice, okay, in our NCERT books. So first duty, we have to coming under, so which activity the transaction you have to choose, okay, you have to identify, okay. That is a very, very important thing, okay.